Hello and welcome back to Macatthemovies. Today I'm going to be reviewing for you the film Nope. This film was released July 22nd, 2022 by Universal Pictures and Monkey Paw Productions and directed by Jordan Peele, who had also directed Get Out and Us. This film stars Keke Palmer, who plays Emerald Haywood. She goes by M in this film. And David Kaluuya, who plays Otis Haywood Jr., who goes by OJ in this film, Otis Jr. This film also stars Steven Yeun, who plays Jupe, Brendan Perry, who plays Angel, and Keith David, who plays Otis Haywood Sr. This film follows the characters of OJ and M as they're trying to explore and document this extraterrestrial sighting on their ranch. They've kind of come upon hard times with their business, Haywood Hollywood Horses, and they have to sell off some of their horses to Jupe, who has this ranch, sort of Western town theme park type thing. No rides or anything like that, but it's just a Western town you take your family to, look down a well, crank a knob, get the photo of you looking down into a well, different things like that. Just a fun little, weekend family getaway. I think horse shows are probably the bread and butter that make something like that. But OJ is selling horses to Jupe to sort of make up their loss of income because they're not doing so well and getting some of these horses to work in commercials, different movies, things like that. So coming on hard times, they have to sort of sell what they have. And so they see one night this, what looks to be a UFO. And in the process, they realize that they can record this, sell the photos, and make some money to hopefully buy back their horses and get back into the ranch, hopefully put some money towards their dreams and aspirations beyond just the Hollywood, the Haywood Hollywood horse business, which is more the father's business, but it's supposed to be like a family business. But again, they had to sell off some of their assets to keep it going. And through that process, they're hoping to get that back. But then some twists and turns happen along the way, which I think is kind of neat. If you've seen the previews, the movie isn't, like, the previews are misleading in a sense. When you watch the movie, it makes sense when you go back and look at the preview, which I like. There were a few things that really made you think other things just in the preview alone, that in this, like, actually watching the film, things sort of make sense. I do definitely think that more than one viewing of this film is necessary. I hope to go see it again at some point in time, but it was such a good film, and definitely a neat aspect of bringing horror into the light. It's basically a UFO movie, so you don't stray far from that concept, from that the initial reaction from the previews, from the trailers. But it's different. I don't want to say anything to spoil that. This is something that could go into greater depths later, but I don't want to spoil it for someone who hasn't seen it. But it is definitely a lot of fun. It's this daytime alien UFO suspense-driven, like, horror thriller. I really like the concept behind that and what Jordan Peele did in the writing of this, especially the daylight horror that you get. Of course, you get some, scares in the nighttime. And there's one scene where you actually see aliens that... it made for such a laugh, is all I can say. I thought it was fucking hilarious. Just this little scene that just made all the difference in that moment. And it was a little eerie at the time too. I don't want to say what it is, But yeah, it's the first time you see the aliens. And if you've seen this movie, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I thought it was a wonderful scene, a wonderful moment. But then it just goes on from there. I like the concept of using the inflatable arm flailing tube people. I enjoyed that and how they utilized that because it didn't make much sense in the preview. It was just kind of like, what are they doing with these? But yeah, it made more sense when you actually watched it and got into the film. I definitely suggest checking this one out, especially if you liked Get Out, if you liked Us. I definitely think this goes perfect in what will inevitably be an unofficial trilogy. So I'm eager to see, you know, this film again and just really sort of kind of dive a little deeper into it, especially when it comes out on DVD and Blu-ray, because then you're going to get special features and everything that you thought you sort of came up with in your head. You're going to look back and go, okay, that's a new, different way of looking at something, or this, that, and the other. So, but all in all, I really like the daytime horror aspect. It's not often you get horror films that happen in the daylight. So the fact that this one did was pretty cool. All in all, I love the movie. I have to give it a solid 4 stars, 4 out of 5 stars. I definitely suggest going to check it out. And if you have seen it, jot down in the comments below what was your favorite part. Again, mine was probably the alien in the barn scene. Without giving anything away, that was probably my favorite. I laughed so hard during that scene, as well as the theater. It was fantastic. But if you've seen it, definitely jot down in the comments below what you thought about this movie, and smash that like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to let you know when I have new and exciting videos coming your way. And as always, thank you for stopping by. Always be good to one another, and I will see you next time. Bye.